Welcome back to Let's Play. We're about to see whether or not we've arrived in the gayest timeline.
What?
Is fucking yourself part of the gayest timeline?
What?
Well, the bit where Sam fucked himself.
Yeah.
Where Sam...
Oh! Yeah.
That was a bit that we did witness in the last...
I mean,
Witness is a strong word.
We tastefully faded to black. Sam and Brad spend the night at Moss and Emmy's place. It's a cramped apartment with one bedroom and noisy neighbors, but it's immediately clear that a lot of love has been put into this home.
And a little bit more is coming.
Bye.
There's only one bed, so Sam and Brad share it. Emmy sleeps on the couch while Moss heads out for her night shift as a janitor. At one point in the middle of the night, Brad wakes up. For a minute, he doesn't know where he is. He's confused and a little scared. And he sees Sam next to him, and he knows that he's okay. He must be safe if Sam's here. Sorry, I'm just really in love with both of them and
Gay?
in love with their couple.
You're just really gay.
Yeah. He curls up next to him and goes back to sleep. All party members fully healed. The next morning, the seven meet up at the outskirts of town on the cliff's edge.
All right, here we go. Who's taking point first?
The only one we haven't done is
Brad.
Brad. Yeah, Brad.
I've got this.
I've got this.
Let's go.
You are Brad. You climb inside your mech's rib cage. Ooh, what's that? It seems different in here. Did somebody wash your mech? What is that? I see it. What is it?
Shopping cart.
Shopping cart in the ribcage.
All the familiar smells have gone away.
All around me are familiar smells.
Anyway, you were planning to wash your mech anyways, so it's not a huge deal. But this place is your home and your body. You hate the thought of someone touching it without asking you. You shudder a little bit and flip a few nerve switches. You whisper your name right as the nerve spike hits you. Contact. You test your parts one by one. You need to see if anything's changed. Arms, check. Legs, check. Torso, something's different. Wires that haven't sparked in a long time have come back to life. You promised yourself you'd never go back to this. With some effort, you jerk your neck out of the nerve spike and reach out to your once broken radio. You flip the switch on the side from wave jack to manual. You sigh and shove your neck back onto the nerve spike. The radio lays silent, dormant. It can't be a part of you anymore. You're stronger without it. You shake your head and howl. You are powerful. You are deadly. You are Ultra Brad. The bitter cliffside air makes you cough as you stand.
Bash. Yeet.
Wait, has it always been called that?
I don't think it's always been called yeet, but
it's very good. Let's get this over with. Oof.
yeet. I maybe shouldn't have done the yeet. I just really like yeeting.
Eating and cooling.
Eared butt.
Yeet.
Tragically, I already made a yeet and yoke joke so much that became the episode title. I believe it's
Or be eaten.
Yeet or be yeet. Yeah, that's a good one.
I think I'm trying to remember who it was that tweeted that originally.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Gaius Gracchus. Oh, come on. I'm so good at combat, guys. I'm very good at this game. I'm going to take a moment to sort of cool my mech jets. My Mets, if you... No.
Cactus. Oh, this is an L curve of pain.
I think you have an episode title right there.
Yeah,
that's more road. I thought that guy was cheating and just standing in the void.
I'm standing in the void.
Me too.
Chobani is a yogurt brand.
It's that and fuck him up, Socrates.
What is?
Deserve to be in the Twitter Hall of Fame.
Which one is fuck him up, Socrates?
With Darryl?
What?
For someone find it. Sorry, this is not about leftist politics at all.
Socrates. I
Fuck
see a
him
man.
up.
No. Socrates. Like
This
it's
man thinks he knows something, but he does not. Darryl, Socrates' friend. Fuck him up, Socrates.
That's
No!
very good.
I can do
You
this.
died. Fuck.
I like that we talk about the destructive nature of fascist ideology, and then the game gives us sort of the opposite point of that, wherein we have a group that is every right to be sort of distrustful of the people whom we know are good, and shows us all of the ways in which they are sketchy, and we know that they are sketchy. But then sort of demonstrates why sort of ultimately the trust there is both necessary and earned. Because even with all of the ways in which our sundown Meatpunks are messy people, we still see the very small ways in which that the conversation is not just one of necessity, but yeah, has that is like I said, earned.
There's something depressing about reading a bunch or watching a bunch of The Walking Dead, where every time they come upon a new community, it's always about what vulnerabilities are going to prove to us that trusting these people was terrible, and they've secretly been cannibals all along. And what I like about what Heather's doing here, at least from what I know about it so far, is it doesn't seem like the rules are sort of, okay, there's a new gang, we need to figure out what's wrong with them, we need to figure out how this is going to fall through. It seems like these are just different people, because a lot of dystopias seem to not only be about this is how I think society is going to fail, but this is why societies should fail. This is why we're dumb for trusting people.
Yeah, or like this is why like when society fails, there's not going to be a way that it's going to keep going. Like I really liked the one thing of like we created all of these systems that we're like talking about are gonna fail in the future when the apocalypse happens. Like all of these systems are going to fail because like all of these societies are going to fail because humans are too selfish. But like those societies were human created in the first place. So like that's why like then like you see like edgelords sort of being like, yeah, and like everyone will always like immediately turn to in-group out-group mentality in all cases.
That's why.
And it's not how it necessarily is going to work.
Well, I was lucky enough a while ago for a school project to be able to interview a midwife, somebody that delivers babies for a living outside of the context of a hospital. And she talked about how when a lot of times when you have a natural birth that's not in a hospital and a baby's not coming out into like harsh lights and weird smells and strange people, there's not really screaming and crying as the baby comes out. And the week prior, I had just read for another class like a bunch of, Nietzsche, and so much of the existentialist framework comes from sort of the accepted idea that we come into the world immediately in pain, we come into the world immediately screaming. And that's just not always true. We're afraid to acknowledge that a lot of things in life are contingent, that nothing really has to be the way that it is, that it can always be a different way.
I want to semantically push back for a hot second, because you say existentialist, but as someone who sort of I consider myself existentialist, I think that's more nihilist, and especially sort of Nietzsche being a lot more sort of representative of nihilism than existentialism, because at least the existentialism that I try and practice is about how it is in the communities that we build that we find meaning, and how it is the the sort of interpersonal and sorry, I'm punching instead of talking smart. It is in the interpersonal in that way that we can find sort of those deeper things.
Yeah, like I'm a really big fan of the being a nihilist where like nothing matters, so, or like there is no meaning to anything, so why put meaning on being kind is really boring. It's just boring. Yeah. You're like, and if that's sort of how you approach your interactions, one, everyone around you can tell, and two, they like usually, even if they don't like necessarily agree with me in like that's boring, that's a boring way of approaching the world, they probably also like find conversations in which kindness is seen as meaningless to be conversations that they don't want to have. And I think it's something that like because I've been someone who's not necessarily been like kindness is meaningless, but sort of like everything is meaningless.
Yeah.
Like, and
that's a hardcore middle school mood.
Yeah. So, like, to sort of elaborate on what we were sort of dancing around last session, I had my first, like, really pretty severe depressive episode when I was in 7th grade. And I sort of, like, never came out of it. I just learned to not be a massive jerk about it. So.
Testing. Can you hear me? Paging you power 69.
I told you that's not me anymore. Why'd you fuck with my mech?
You seemed proud of it, so I took a last and saw some word brook, so I is wrong.
Emmy. Guess it's time to keep going.
I'm so sorry for the things you have to caption.
It's going to be like radio noises, but made with someone's mouth.
It's like Donald Duck noise.
What's your best Donald Duck?
I don't need to participate in that.
We're not.
But I want you to. If you don't want to, then like that's fine too. But like, you know.
I'm trying to remember how. Part of me wants to do the McElroy's. My God, there's duck cuts everywhere.
What? There always seems to be a McElroy thing that I haven't seen.
It's because they do so much.
They do so much. But no, they did a goof in which they were doing impressions of Donald Duck, and one of them did his goof. He asked what they wanted him to say, and one of them was like, my God, there's duck guts everywhere. And so he did that.
In just an atrocious, just absolutely just awful.
Awful.
What's over this way? Oh.
Tennis!
Luigi. I'm gonna just sort of... Oh, golly gee. So, I'm at the point...
Who's Goligi?
That's the opposite of... So, if you look at the colors that the Mario Brothers and Waluigi and Wario are, they make up 4 points of the 6 primary colors that you learn in like elementary school. And
wait,
so
6 primary? I thought there were 3 primary colors.
Well,
and complementary.
6, yes, that's what I meant.
Okay.
It's complementary. A primary complementary pair. So you have red and green, or you have yellow and purple.
So we need an orange and a blue, which are actually they're like the proper like. What are the words for the ones that are opposite on the color wheel? Yes, Astra.
Music.
Oh.
Yes.
Good shit.
Yes.
Let me punch a big dinosaur.
Yeet.
Did dinosaurs have skin? This
Yes.
is the thing every leftist wants to know.
Yeah, they did.
Are you sure about that?
Yes.
Are we getting audio from the game directly or
No.
just off the mic?
Off
Just
the
off
mic.
the mic.
Okay, I was gonna say.
That's why it's quiet.
Birds have skin.
Yeah, but like, do birds really matter in the world?
In relation to dinosaurs? Yes.
No,
Should
no,
birds
not in
have
relation to
rights?
that.
Discuss.
Yes, birds and dinosaurs.
Should birds vote?
Yes.
Should basketball player Larry Bird have a right to vote?
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
Um.
Is he
I think-
American? By vote, do you mean vote in our American system, or can you vote anywhere?
No, just vote. Just have a right
Just
to
vote in
general.
literally anything.
I think we
Literally
should,
anything.
We should enfranchise every single person in America except for Larry Bird. He knows what he did.
Do you know what he did?
Google it.
I don't know what he did.
Ronan, can you Google what did Larry Bird do?
And also what the fox says, because I'm curious.
No.
Oh no. Oh, so I'm at the point
I'm
of
gonna
being,
feel really bad if it turns out Larry Bird actually did do something horrible.
I'm at the point of being very beat up where my mech don't control super great. Oh no. Oh golly. I'm very bad with Brad. I'm very Brad. Got him.
The only thing I got from What Did Larry Bird Do was after retiring as a player, Bird served as the head coach for the Indiana Pacers from 1997 to 2000. He was named NBA Coach of the Year for the 1997-1998 season and later led the Pacers to a berth in the 2000 NBA Finals.
Well, that's what Larry
Spell
Bird did.
birth.
After a couple hours of fighting, June
Yeah.
calls out in front of the group.
Okay.
Stop. Let's take a quick rest before continuing. Also, we should probably switch point. We're entering difficult terrain, so someone fresh should be at the head. Good, you don't have to play Brad.
Yeah, okay.
Thank goodness.
As the rest of the group catches up, Brad crawls out of his mech, leans on his legs, and looks out at the horizon. Emmy nervously hangs a few feet away, looking vaguely in the same direction but sneaking glances at him every few seconds. What is it?
Oh, hi, Brad.
You want to apologize, don't you?
I'm really sorry. I just wanted to fix your mech and didn't know how you'd feel about it. I should have asked you, but you were asleep, and I forgot what you said earlier. And
It's fine.
really?
Well, no, you fucked with my mech, but, I know you're not gonna do it again. That's what matters. It's at this moment that everything goes black.
Oh, huh.
Oh shit.
Do you think...
Checking now.
She runs back to her mech and jacks into her radio.
What's going?
Hold.
A second after she says that, the sky blossoms with bright white light. I got hiccups.
Okay, that confirms it. We're getting close.
This is bad. This is very, very bad.
There's a car outside honking.
That's bad.
Hold on. What's happening here?
Ooh!
I like 2 and 3. What are we feeling?
I'm feeling 2.
Something at the top of this mountain is very, very powerful. We don't know what it is, but it's held by Fash, and if I can control the bright, or if it can control the bright, if we don't do something fast, I have no idea what they could do. We have to get up there, and fast.
But the bright's still weird. Shouldn't we wait for it to stop?
We don't know if it's going to stop. Maybe this is just the start of something bigger.
This is the start.
No, I thought that too. Oh. Now's our chance. Well, we can still track it. Fuck you. Who's taking point?
Who's taking point? Next time on Let's Play.